So for me, my intended field of study was maybe more straightforward than most. I studied microbiology and immunology at UBC, and I will be doing the infection immunology and translational DPhil program at Oxford. And so for me, as I said before, I was thinking of doing the MD PhD program, and so for me it was sort of the DPhil programs that I was looking at most, because that's what, in terms of my long-term career goals, that's the program that I was seeking out. If you don't have to stay within your field, and that's important to remember. If I decided that I wanted to pursue global health, that is completely an option, and that wouldn't sort of hurt your application, as long as you can justify why you want to study what you want to study, and you can sort of make an argument that you have the skills and the tools that would make you successful in that field. You are allowed to write about that. And so the number of programs, whether they're one-year masters, two-year masters, sort of senior bachelor's degrees or DPhil programs, those are all available to you. And I suggest that you really do start by reading online, because the resources on the Oxford website are really helpful, and that sort of will give you an idea of just the breadth of programs that are available. And it is a bit overwhelming for sure. I remember sort of looking at 5 programs and being like, well, these are all kind of similar, like what's the difference between them? And so then from there, a really good approach, in my opinion, is to actually reach out to people. And so through this process, I became a cold call expert. The number of people that I emailed or phoned just out of the blue was numerous, to say the least. And for me, that was really helpful, talking to those people. And what you'll find is that most people want to help you. No one that I spoke to has ever sort of seemed inconvenienced by my email or by my call. And so I spoke to previous Rhodes Scholars. I spoke to Logan, who won the year before me. He's not quite in my field, but he was helpful. And one of the winners from Quebec in 2011 studies immunology, which is sort of in my area. And so I reached out to her, and we had a couple of Skype calls where she sort of explained to me the different programs. We chatted about supervisors. And then I talked to a former postdoc in my lab who's now there working, and he helped me sort of get an idea of what supervisors might be within my field of interest. So certainly I think that reaching out to people, and don't be afraid to send an email, don't be afraid to give people a call, because that's going to be the most helpful resource you have. And though the internet is useful, and though the Oxford website is very useful, there are limits to the amount of information you can get from there. So I ended up relying a lot on sort of personal communication. And then the other benefit to that is there's sort of, when it comes to choosing a supervisor, it can be difficult to understand exactly what they do, because a lot of times the websites aren't up to date, or it's hard to get a feel for lab environment if you're in sciences, which I am, just from the website. And so talking to their students or talking to people who know the community there can be a really, really valuable tool. And so that's sort of how I found the topic that I wanted to do, or the program, was through the advice of other students and understanding the differences, because though the different programs sound similar, there are important differences between them. So the one that I'm doing is a 4-year program, actually, which is unusual for Rhodes Scholars. Most of the time, they only do 3-year PhDs. But my program starts with 1 year of lab rotations. I decided that was important for me to help find the supervisor that I wanted to work with. And I wouldn't have been able to I didn't really know about this program until I spoke to Sarah, and she was the one who sort of suggested that I apply to it, because it's a great program, and she sort of explained to me the differences between that and the DPhil in clinical medicine, which was the other program I was looking at. So yeah, I definitely reach out to people, and don't be afraid to ask for help, and feel free to shoot me an email if maybe you're interested in sort of a life science field. I'd be happy to help, or there's plenty of people out there who are willing to answer your questions and would be keen to help you.